Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Lauren Cripps, and I'm a professor in the School of Health Studies at Mohawk College. I'm also a mental health researcher, and over the past 5 years, I've had the pleasure of working with some pretty cool youth at Pastone Mental Health. In the face of our third lockdown, it feels important to share some of my work with you in hopes that you might be inspired to make some intentional choices in your free time while you're at home. Both at Pastone and in my own home with my own four kids, I see a great deal of time being spent on devices such as phones, computers, televisions, and gaming consoles, while also hearing young people talk about being bored. The truth is, there's an important relationship between how we spend our free time and the quality of our mental health. In an effort to keep things simple, what I can tell you from my own research and the work from some of my colleagues is that it matters deeply that you bring a sense of purpose or intention to the things that you do. When we do things that we enjoy and we take the time to notice the good feelings as they arise, we are actively contributing to our own happiness and ultimately increasing our mental health. What's even better is that over a period of time, if we're actively noticing these moments of happiness, pleasure, and enjoyment, we're actually beginning to shift our brain and we become more resilient against the challenges that we face in everyday life. Of course, improving your mental health can certainly feel challenging in the face of a global pandemic when we're feeling isolated, frustrated, scared, lonely, all of these different things that people have described as challenges of our current circumstance. But what I can promise you is that you actually have far more control over your mental health than you're likely giving yourself credit for. So here's my challenge for you. I want you to sit down and write a list of things that you enjoy doing. And I want you to put that list somewhere where you can see it. I would even encourage you to put a star or a mark beside the things on that list that are easy to do when you're feeling frustrated, anxious, sad, or even disconnected. Then I want you to set an intention to do something, at least one thing on that list every single day this week. Maybe even set a reminder in your phone or any device that you use often that's going to prompt you to stop what you're doing, go to the list, make a choice, and do it. Here's the kicker. Before you start whatever it is you've chosen for that day, I want you to take a moment and reflect on how you're feeling. Give yourself a score on the scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not so hot and 10 being pretty great. Then you're going to do whatever it is you've chosen. And when you're done, you're going to check in with that score once again. Has it changed? Did it go up or down? Did it stay the same? If that score went up, we know what you just did was an activity that boosts your mental health. And if it went down, we know that it isn't. Try not to worry too much if an activity that you thought you really enjoyed made your score go down. It doesn't mean you can't do that activity anymore or that it's harmful to you. What it means is that it's not an activity that's going to actively contribute to your mental health. So maybe it doesn't belong on this particular list, but that doesn't mean it's something you can't do at all. It's about being mindful of how we spend our time and how we can boost our positive emotion in everyday life so that we can, in fact, become more resilient against the challenges of mental health. Over time, if you choose to stick with this strategy, maybe you'll revisit your list, add new items, scratch off the things that you know don't work for you. Maybe even increase how many times a day you do something with purpose, specifically strategizing on increasing how you feel. You see, we may not be able to control the cards that we've been dealt in terms of mental health symptoms or the challenges that we face in everyday life, but what we can control is how we respond to them. So this week, whether you're having a great day or a crappy one, take the time to remember you always have a choice. You can choose to do nothing, and it's likely that how you feel will stay the same. Or you can choose to do something and create the possibility of feeling even just a little bit better. I'm so grateful that you took the time to watch this video, and until we can be together again, please stay safe.